right, y'all can take your headphones off. We're going to idle back into this creek. Now this particular creek is called Tiller Branch. It is a 1.5 miles long. It starts as a freshwater spring. The average depth in this creek,
What kind of water is pouring out right
is
there?
3 feet. I beg your pardon. Next creek we're going 3 feet. Average depth in here is 1 foot.
Oh, okay.
See the tugboat as he went by, he sucked all the water out of here. See how it's coming out of that waterway in front of us on the left? See how the water's coming out? Here in a little bit, it'll all start coming back in. Tugboats suck a lot of water.
Wow.
That's an osprey to the left. I trained this one to do a flyby so everybody can see it. Now osprey are cousins to the American eagle, just as protected as eagles are. Now their primary food source is fish. They live 20 to 25 years.
Wow.
Unlike boat captains, when they mate for life. They use their same nest every year, and they have 1 to 3 babies. Really pretty bird. He's a really good one. He does this for me every day. You'd think after 13 years, he'd be pretty good at it. Now we're going to be idling, so you don't need your headphones. I do have a 7-foot gator that lives in here. It is a female. Now I can't ever promise we see any, but I run to places I know gators live, and that's all I can do. In the wild, they are protected. It is illegal to feed them. If you get caught feeding an alligator, you go to jail. Main reason, it ruins them. It only takes once or twice of feeding an alligator, and then instead of going toward or away from people, it goes towards them. So we're going to go back and see if she's out. Now as far as fish go in here, we've got speckled trout, redfish, catfish, mullet. Hey, I had one of those in the late 70s. Needlefish, alligator gar, eel, stingrays, black-tip sharks, sheephead, drum, and all the different kinds of bait fish. Now all the grass out here that you're seeing, this is all protected marshland grass. We've got 2 kinds of it, sawgrass and then this grass that you're seeing here. This is called needle rust. Now it all grows in mud. The solid land, see it? Is where the trees are at. Now you can walk in this grass, as you're going to find out here in a little bit, as long as you mat it down with your feet as you walk. If you were to step in a bare spot, you'd lose your shoes, end up about waist deep in mud, and then what hangs out in the grass is going to get you. Not alligators, because they're non-aggressive, but the black bear, brown panther, wild hogs, bobcats, coyotes, wolves, West Bay rednecks, one of them's going to get you. So if we hear banjos, we are turning around. Now this particular gator that lives in here, I've been finding all 13 years I've been doing this. When I first started finding her, at that time I didn't know it was a her. This is the corner that she lived in. She was a little smaller than the one y'all held. Now when I can see the bottom like that, I look for belly drag with a tail line in it. Because gators, usually they drag the bottom rather than standing up. Now her favorite place to lay is right around this They do not sleep in the winter. Also, alligators are freshwater creatures, but they've adapted to this brackish out here. Now, we are not overly populated.
What do you do?
What do you do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
No.
Now, what I look for is on this sand, like I was telling you, belly drags and tail lines, and that's what I'm looking for as I walk it around. I have a stump in the water, and if you try to drive, it hits it and throws the nose of the boat into the trees.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
And I am the only one that comes in here. None of the other captains like to get out of the boat. If you look right there to the right of that stump that's on the bank, see the hole where the roots are hanging in it?
Yep.
That's her winter tunnel. That's where she goes to sleep.
How big is she now?
7 foot. Now, she nests back in the forest up there, and we're going to go by where we've been finding a couple of her babies from last year. Now, I'll explain a little bit more about gators when we get to the next creek. But if you look, this broadleaf grass right here that's bent over, this is sawgrass.
Okay.
And the needle rush is the tanner with the green ends on it. All right, we're going to go on back a little farther. Y'all are okay standing up. You don't.
You figured out the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
She's actually got a few places that she likes to lay back here. Now, I'll explain a little bit more about the gators in the next creek. Now, last year, even in the summertime, since gators are actually nocturnal in the summer, they come out at night. She let me find her 40 trips in a row, and that's a whole week of finding her. This year, she has been really hard to find. I don't know if one of the other captains has spooked her or the airboats have or something. Now we know she's still out because I find her on my night tours. But not very often on the night tours either. So you can tell right here on the left, she's been up in that grass.
Oh, right here?
Yep. Doesn't look like today though. The grass is starting to stand back up, and that's another thing I look at. When I see a matted down spot, I look to see if the grass is still laid down or if it's starting to stand back up. Isn't it beautiful out here?
Yeah,
it is pretty.
If I didn't talk so much, it'd be really quiet. Now also, I don't know if y'all will be able to see it because our guides are up. We have a protected grass underwater. You can just barely see any of it. It's called turtle grass. And West Bay, which is east of the bridge,